hard at work for you. And of course, Andrew Lessman and ProCaps Laboratories, responsible for the world's finest vitamins. This is really the cornerstone to your perfect health. No one makes vitamins like Andrew. No one has a 1 vitamin a day solution like Andrew. So right off the bat, we really want to show you the great savings here, because you know very well when we do this, not only does he do it in a way that no one else does when it comes to a 1 pill a day vitamin, the biggest savings that you will see of the year, 50, 100, 200 by far. 400 is something that we don't normally see as a size.
That's a special size for today's special, and it's less than 20 cents a capsule.
Is that what it breaks down to?
So it's less than 20 cents a capsule. You're saving $90 off the regular price. And what's important to note, I think it's probably the next chart.
I bet it is.
That's what's important to note.
Yeah.
If you look at, we provide 250 micrograms of B12 in each capsule. That's our separate B12, and our B12 is like no other B12 in the world. It's methylcobalamin. I'll go into that at length in a moment. 250 micrograms, it's like a separate dose. 2,000 IU of vitamin D. So just either the vitamin B12 with shipping and handling, the $77 with shipping and handling, would be over $80.
Right.
That justifies the multivitamin. The vitamin D3, $72.11.
Yeah.
With shipping and handling would be probably around $79.
Right.
So then the calcium, straight out of our calcium intensive care, our non-acidic vitamin C or magnesium, just even and that's without looking at our special crystalline vitamin E that we use.
Yeah.
If you look at all the different components, the 24 components, if you look at the fact that unlike all the leading brands, if you go here, the lutein, lycopene, zeaxanthin, these are the 3 most expensive ingredients if you pull in closer. Lutein, lycopene, zeaxanthin, these are the 3 most expensive ingredients, or the biotin, the 4 most expensive ingredients in terms of cost per milligram or cost per kilogram. And in the leading multivitamins, instead of 500, you get 30. In the leading multivitamins, you get typically 0 instead of 1,000. 0, some give 250. Lycopene, some might give 250. We give 1,000, most give 0. Zeaxanthin, 0. So when you look at those 4 things, and you look at the B12, and you look at the separate, the reason why I don't really talk about my separate vitamin D anymore is because with Essential1, you basically are getting your separate vitamin D. I also sometimes add vitamin D to my CoQ10.
Right.
So there's really no reason for me to talk about separate vitamin D. So you save the investment in a separate vitamin D product that so many other companies, it's one of their most popular products nowadays, because we all know how important vitamin D is, that there's basically an epidemic of deficiency or insufficiency in vitamin D, but not with our multivitamin. Our multivitamin is like a separate vitamin D, like a separate vitamin B12, like a separate full B complex, like a separate carotenoid product, like a separate beauty vitamin. That 500 micrograms of biotin, that's the same level of biotin as was in 2 capsules of the original Healthy Hair, Skin, and Nails. So if you went back over 20 years ago, looked at my Healthy Hair, Skin, and Nail product, 2 capsules gave you the same amount as biotin as Essential1 today. So hopefully, you're getting a sense of how unique this is, that even though it's a small capsule, a small, easy-to-swallow capsule, and that is a small capsule.
Yeah, it is.
That's a tiny capsule. But that capsule, because there's no binders or fillers or colors or additives or lubricants or flowing agents, all the things that are present in typical vitamins, because it's pure, you get ultra-high potency, and you get a small capsule also, because, and I'll show you this here, it's an ultra-fine powder.
Wow.
Because it's a powder, it's going to never cause stomach upset. In fact, it's pH neutral, it's non-acidic, and even it will exert a buffering effect. So this is never going to upset your stomach, it's never going to repeat on you, it's not going to be hard to swallow, but nevertheless, it gives you far more nutrition than any other multivitamin, and far more nutrition than other multivitamins, even if you took a separate D and a separate B12, and none of their B12 is like our B12. Our B12 uses methylcobalamin, the typical multivitamin, and I'm talking about 99.9% of the multivitamins consumed in America, use cyanocobalamin. Cyanocobalamin is a synthetic form, and that synthetic form, when your body metabolizes it, liberates cyanocobalamin, liberates cyanide. trace amounts of cyanide, and certainly cyanide is found in trace amounts in our diet. But I don't want it in my vitamins, so methylcobalamin is the natural coenzyme form that goes to work as is in your body. Plus, we protect it from stomach acid. So ours is the only B12 that I'm aware of that you could take orally and be assured of it going to work in your body. Most of us think, oh, with B12, we need to get an injection. We need to get a shot. And typically it's going to be an intramuscular, an IM shot, usually in our rear there. So with our B12, it is orally absorbable. We have dozens, if not hundreds of reviews that talk about that fact, that B12, which typically had been a problem for individuals, was no longer a problem when they took not our separate B12, which works that way too, but our multivitamin, because our multivitamin is like a separate B12, a separate B complex, a separate vitamin D, a separate vitamin C, a separate carotenoid product, all rolled into one at I was going to say a ridiculously affordable price at less than 20 cents a capsule. Small capsule, easy to swallow capsule, won't upset your stomach. There is nothing like it in any store anywhere in America. I wish there was, and I could recommend something that is comparable, but there isn't. There's nothing close to it. And again, multivitamins are typically the products that people hate because they're big tablets, hard to swallow, upsets your stomach, things like that. This product has, I was even astounded when I read the numbers today, over 93% of the reviews are 4 and 5 stars. 4 and 5 stars, 93%. Over 85% are 5 stars, and over 97% are 3, 4, and 5 stars. Good, excellent, and perfect. So that makes a statement even better than I can make.
Absolutely. Well, good, excellent, perfect. You're using all the multiple forms of ordering. I know we are very busy. I will tell you, overwhelmingly, most are doing that 400 count size. So a couple of things, because listen, it's what this does and how it does it, because it does it in a unique way, in a unique fashion that no one else does. You're getting a size availability that Andrew never does, but if you want to look at it this way, so here's where our pricing goes, here's where our pricing is today, and here is your savings. So if you want to look at it this way, today, or as an example, on that 200 count size, the pricing is normally $95 or $94.50. Today, it's like a buy one, get one free, because on the 400 count, you're doubling your capsule size for less than you will spend for the 200 count size, okay? Here's what's really weird. On the 200 count size, again, here's where our pricing is normally, here's where our pricing is today. Even on the 200 count size, and wow, I've never seen these on some of the smaller sizes, it's like a buy one, get one free. I mean, again, doubling the capsule count, but here's where it gets really wacky. You know how Andrew was saying, I mean, any one of the addition of the vitamin B, no one does vitamin B like him, the addition of the vitamin D, these are all separate products that he includes. So if you'll notice, just the vitamin B would be $77 and change.
Well, that's our B12. There's no B12 like our B12.
No.
So our separate B12, so 400 capsules of our separate B12, that's still less than 20 cents a capsule.
Right.
That's fantastic.
On its own.
For the most sophisticated B12 in the world. But that's it on its own.
Right.
And that's our most sophisticated vitamin D
right.
on its own. So if you were getting my B12 or vitamin D, you now got it with another 24 ingredients added, with not only the vitamin D if you were getting the B12, or the B12 if you're getting the D, but a full B complex and all the other carotenoids and all the other minerals, and the biotin at levels that were the equivalent of 2 capsules of my Healthy Hair, Skin, and Nails 20 plus years ago. So I just hope I'm managing to communicate absolutely how unique this product is. And most doctors recommend daily multivitamin. And if they don't, what they recommend is a separate vitamin D or a separate B12. So with my product, you're getting your multivitamin that most doctors recommend, or the stragglers who don't really just look at vitamin D levels and look at B12 levels, because those are 2 nutrients that inescapably, if they test their patients, the majority of patients will be deficient or insufficient in vitamin D. The majority of adult patients will also be deficient or insufficient in vitamin B12. So no matter which school of thought you adhere to, whether it's multivitamin or get that separate D or get that separate B12, with my multivitamin, you get separate vitamin D levels and you get separate B12 levels.
You do.
And then you get lutein, you get lycopene, you get zeaxanthin, you get carotenoids that you do not see in the leading multivitamins. And that's because they're so darn expensive. So, and you get all of these things and all of these levels at less than 20 cents a day. In a capsule, which a capsule dosage form is much more expensive. Oof. It's not as pretty, perhaps, but if you look at these colors, we could do like a little rainbow thing
my
here.
Stomach hurts just looking at those. So,
no, I mean,
I'm serious about that.
They're monster pills. They're really pretty colors, and those are all, without exception, those are all artificial colors.
But how would you even dissolve that? I think you told me that you can actually see them in X-rays, right?
Most of us, most doctors or radiologists will tell you in school. We saw this ourselves. That typically you'll see it with a calcium tablet. But when you look at these things, we know that if you're eating food, you typically wouldn't swallow food like that without chewing it. So we're relying on our stomach that it's somehow going to manage to digest this and to a granular form, get it into solution, because granules don't work. It needs to get into solution. That's why we use all these ultra-soluble, super-soluble forms of nutrients. We put it in a capsule so it's immediately available so it could go to work. And as you can see here, we have a small capsule, and the real difference here is when we open that capsule, the powder.
And remember, this is all made with the energy.
All pure.
All pure. Made with the energy of the sun, no binders, no additives, no fillers.
The key is that when you're looking at these other products, and I could grab a chart here, it's sort of alarming. Here, we'll take this one down.
Okay.
If we go there. This is looking at some of the leading multivitamins here. What is on here? This is Geritol, Theragram. I don't even know if Geritol's out anymore. That's an old chart.
Right.
Let's look at something more.
Right. But you know what? As Andrew does this, and this is interesting because a lot of people, who's really making your vitamins? You know, it's kind of like this, board, chairman of the board. I mean, Andrew is actually, he is the guy. So just real quickly, just because I know a lot of you are shopping, thank you again. We welcome you here. I promise we'll do a behind the stage tour, if you will, but most of you are choosing either the 200 or the 400. I'm actually traveling with the 50 count size. These are actually the biggest savings we've seen, even on some of the introductory sizes. But real quickly, remember, our pricing goes here. So it's really, the concept is almost a buy one, get one free, but it's better than that. Because remember, today that 400 count size that Andrew is only doing today, that's less than you will spend for the 200. So it's like a buy one, get one. The 200, here's where our pricing is today. Here's where the pricing on the 100 would be. It's less to double your capsule size, even if you do the 200 kind size. Get the whole plan here? I mean, that really kind of mimics its way down the chart. So not only is it kind of like a buy one, get one, but it's almost like a buy one, get another one. Because if you think of it this way, the vitamin B pays for the purchase. So it's almost like buy one, get one in terms of double your capsule size for less than you'd spend for the smaller capsule size earlier. Get the vitamin D, pays for the purchase. That's for no additional cost. Get the vitamin B, the vitamin B12 that Andrew does differently than anybody else. Get that for free and get it for today. And at the end of the day, I think for most of us out there, this is something that maybe you've wanted to do, but if you've had an experience where your stomach if it's been repeating on you, what's interesting is I actually write down when I take my Andrew Lessman vitamins because I can't remember, because they don't, I swear to you, on a dry erase board, it's like, I took my Omega, so I don't forget because they don't repeat on me. That's actually true.
Well, what I simply do with my vitamins is I have them in a little spot on the counter.
Oh, yeah.
And I typically will group them and take them certain ones at certain times.
That's what I need to start doing, yeah.
And there's no specific time, and that's a frequently asked question. The best time to take your vitamin, always take it with a meal because they're best absorbed with a meal, but the best time is what works for you because you don't have to worry about them upsetting your stomach. What I tend to do is little things like I'll just move them. So I'll just shift them on the shelf that they're on. So the ones I've taken are the ones that I'll shift over, or I'll turn them. So there's little tricks you could do so you could know which ones you take. But what I was going to show before, this is a chart that just shows the ingredients that are added. Before I showed you all the vitamins and minerals that are present in Essential1, and we don't add anything else. And then as you can see from Centrum, Centrum Silver and one a day. They all contain yellow 6, an artificial color. One a day also has yellow 5 and blue 2, and blue 2 is also in Centrum Silver.
Oh, wow.
That's how they probably got the silver.
Right.
And then red dye number 40 is in Centrum Silver. And then starch and gelatin, oh, even gelatin capsule. Stearic acid, which is a lubricant, maltodextrin, a carbohydrate, pre-gelatinized cornstarch, modified cornstarch, butylated hydroxytoluene, BHT, hydrogen, so all sorts of interesting things. So again, part of the reason we deliver such a high potency product, or can deliver such a high potency product in such a small volume, is we don't put anything else in there. It's hard, and that's part of the reason we're in Henderson, Nevada. I started my company in Santa Monica, California. Santa Monica's by the beach, and it has humidity.
Sure.
And humidity makes powders behave badly. And when you want to get powders into a capsule in a pure form, behaving badly is not something you want them to do. So I moved the company to Henderson, Nevada, to the desert. We're at a couple of thousand feet of altitude here, and it's a dry desert up here, and that dry desert allows us to make multiples of products that we could not have been able to make in a pure form in Santa Monica, but we can make them 100% pure here. So not only do you get, because we're in the desert, you get the energy of the sun. So this entire facility, we have 0 carbon footprint. We are likely the only product, I would imagine that even the groceries you get have a carbon footprint. We have no carbon footprint. I zero out the carbon footprint even on the shipment of our products. So the only carbon footprint would be this facility, which has no carbon footprint. We eliminated that carbon footprint 20 years ago. We haven't had a carbon footprint for over 20 years. So we're the most environmentally responsible, also the most socially conscious company, I think, out there. For every bottle of vitamins you get, we're donating 3 30-day supplies of prenatal vitamins to a needy mother somewhere in the world, and 1/4 of them right here in America. So not only is this the most sophisticated, the easiest to use, the most user-friendly, the most comfortable multivitamin, highest potency multivitamin in a single capsule you'll ever find, the mildest and most gentle, but we also make sure that we go about making it in the most responsible fashion possible.
Absolutely. Well, I know we are busy. Rick, I'd be curious, out of that little clicker, and yes, those little counters are real, how many of those are the 400 count? I know the 400 count is the most popular. Actually, they're saying 75% of the quantity sold are the 400. Now, certainly it's whatever your budget will allow. I actually do the smaller sizes when I travel. It's entirely up to you. I can't think of a better place to put your toe in the water. If you are new to Andrew Lessman and the world's finest vitamins, first of all, welcome. He will change your life. And there's, in my own opinion, there is no better product to try at HSN. There is no better product to put your toe in the water than this. And when we do it as a Today Special, once a year and once a year only, special savings, special sizes, 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee, free shipping, we'll do delivery direct. I always, when we do this as a Today Special, I buy one for me, I buy one for my parents, and maybe you're doing the same thing. I know Valentine's Day has passed, but talk about a perfect love letter or something for your Valentine, because nothing says I love you more than the gift of good health. And when Andrew said, there is no other vitamin like this in the world, there's just not, especially in that 1 pill a day category. So real quickly, sorry, I'll just kind of scoot over here to make it a little easier for myself so you can see this. Most of us are doing that 400 count size. Again, it's whatever your budget will allow. But even when you get into some of what we call the try me sizes, even on the 100 level as an example, you could still double your capsule count on any one of these. That's the thing that's so crazy. Even on the try me, Andrew, did you see that?
Oh, wow.
Even on the 50, I could double my capsule size.
Buy one, get one free.
It's like buy one, get one free. Even on the,
on the 200, it's better than buy one, get one free.
It is, actually.
And on the 400, it's way better than buy.
It's way better than buy one, get one free. And
yes.
Not only that, when I said it's kind of like buy one, get another one, remember, it's kind of like buy one, get another one, double your capsule count, then get another one, because you're getting $77 worth of the vitamin B, and then get another one, because the vitamin D, especially if you added on the shipping and handling, would be pretty much the price of admission.
Just getting our most sophisticated B12, the same exact potency would cost more with shipping and handling, would cost more than the multivitamin today, or the same thing with a vitamin D.
Right.
And of course, you'll get both of those.
You will.
So, and I just wanted to read some basic charts that just summarize the product a bit, and also read a few reviews. But if we look at this chart here, it gives a sense, despite the smaller capsule, despite the fact that it's more gentle on your stomach, this product contains higher levels of the following key nutrients than the leading brands: vitamin D, vitamin D, vitamin C, vitamin B1, then lutein, lycopene, zeaxanthin, the carotenoids, B1, B2, B5, B6, B12, all important B12, and the nutrients vitamin D and B12 that are typically deficient or insufficient in most Americans. Biotin, the beauty vitamin, we give you 17 times more than the leading brands. I say how much more we give than lutein, lycopene, and zeaxanthin, but how do you say in terms of zero?
Right.
So,
I was just thinking
because
that.
most of them give absolutely zero of lutein, lycopene, and zeaxanthin. Right. So again, it's unlike any of the leading multivitamins on the market, and it's not in a tablet. It doesn't contain artificial colors.
Right.
So, and it's convenient, just one capsule daily, economical, about 20 cents per day. Small, as I said, easy to swallow capsule, as I showed you. Each capsule contains an ultrafine powder that dissolves rapidly and comfortably. No large, hard to swallow and hard to digest rock hard tablets. Non-acidic and pH neutral. Gentle to even the most sensitive stomachs.
Yeah.
And oops, I had another chart here. I thought they're sticking together.
That's why I know we mentioned this, but it is hard to compare it to what's out there, because there is no other. First of all, there's no other one pill a day solution like this that's made in this way, and there's none that has what you have. I mean, there's just not.
And most importantly, we don't have the colors, the binders, the fillers. It's an insult to, I think it's an insult to our intelligence for the leading manufacturers of multivitamins to put artificial colors in them. Vitamins and minerals are intended to be healthy products. Artificial colors are unanimously viewed as not healthy ingredients. Why are they in those products? I thought when I started making my multivitamins, one of the most unique characteristics was that we had no artificial colors in them. And of course, I thought when I started doing this 40 years ago, I thought for certain 5 years, 10 years down the road, those guys would stop putting artificial colors in their products. But lo and behold, here we are, 4 decades later, 40 years later, those products are still artificially colored. It's just astounding to me.
You make beige look good.
No, and that's all we try to do is make beige look good.
You make beige look good.
So let's read some of the reviews here, and because the reviews really speak volumes about the product.
For sure.
And so best multivitamin on the planet. I love Essential1 with D3. Many multivitamins upset my stomach or are horse pills, which I cannot swallow. These are the perfect size and have an incredibly high level of potency per pill. I love listening to Andrew. At least someone does. It might not be my family saying that, as he is so knowledgeable on vitamins and nutrition. I say this as a chemist that works for the largest vitamin manufacturer in the world.
Wow.
Okay, I guess that carries.
Okay.
Who supply manufacturers like Andrew, so I would know. The best. I wish Andrew Lessman would have the comparison of Essential1 to all of the other vitamins on the market permanently on the HSN site for this item. That's actually a very good idea.
That's a great idea.
Because we have some comparison charts that compare the levels. This is full of everything you need. No one could touch the levels of all the various vitamins he packs into this wonderful, easy to swallow vitamin. Many vitamins are huge and don't even melt in a warm glass of water. That means they may not be breaking down in your body. As you often hear in reviews of his products, I will never be without this product.
It was almost
Cynthia.
like listening to you talk. She's obviously been watching, but you get such smart customers, you know what I mean?
I think beyond that, I think it's what I say is sort of the objective experience that I think anyone should appreciate in this product. It's purity, it's ease of swallowing, it's ease on the stomach, the fact that we don't, going back to purity, that we don't put ingredients in the product that you don't need. We don't create it in a fashion that we know is going to cause you problems. So we create it in a fashion that eliminates all problems. One of the first little slogans I had with my products, with my first multivitamin, was all the benefits, none of the problems. Whether we're talking about purity and additives, whether we're talking about hard to swallow, whether we're talking about hard on your stomach and repeating on you, we eliminate all of those issues. It's easy to swallow. It won't upset your stomach. It's designed to be gentle even to the most sensitive stomach. So they're unique. and as we continue, the best multivitamin packed in a tiny capsule. I've tried just about every vitamin out there and absolutely love this vitamin the most. It's such a small capsule, yet I know it's working because I feel so much better, more energy, positive moods, and I'm just so happy with the Essential1. I will purchase it again for sure. If you haven't tried this, I would say, what are you waiting for? You sure don't have anything to lose, and what you'll gain from taking quality vitamins is so much more than you could put a price on. And again, vitamin D levels, B12 levels, these are things our doctors should test on our behalf. I know my health and well-being is very important because I don't have anyone to take care of me when I get older. So it's imperative I take care of myself to the best of my ability. I feel the difference. I mean, even if we have someone to take care of us, the greatest gift we give the ones who love us is to take care of ourselves. The greatest gift we give ourselves is to take care of ourselves, because when our health is compromised, when we're not feeling our best, it's hard to enjoy life when our health is compromised. And the most foundational supplement I make, the most common sense, logical supplement I make is Essential1. The essential vitamins in it, the essential minerals in it, there's no arguing the fact that we must get them. Unfortunately, the science is equally clear that we're not getting them from our diet, especially the vitamin D, the B12, the B complex, the carotenoids like lutein and zeaxanthin and lycopene. These are all ingredients that we need to pay attention to, and unfortunately, our diet is not doing it for us.
Absolutely not. I know Andrew has much more science and research to get through, but we are busy. We see you there. We would love to send this your way. Seeing is believing. It is most definitely a feel the difference product. Even if you haven't tried anything from Andrew Lessman ever, boy oh boy, is today your day. It's a one day only value. We wait for this. And when I tell you Andrew has done it better than anybody else, but a better value than he's ever done before, all you do is you pick your size of choice, 50, 100, 200, or 400. Pricing is usually here. Here's where the pricing is today. Here are your savings. But I have never, and I have known, and I've worked with Andrew for over 20 years, usually when we talk about what we call the introductory sizes, you know, they're great savings, but I have never seen really kind of that buy one, get one component, even in the introductory sizes.
Whatever size you choose, it comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. It's one of those questions I'm asked. Does the 30-day money-back guarantee only apply to the small sizes? No, it applies to all 4 sizes. So you could take a risk on the 400. It's not going to be coming back to us. You're not going to be sending it back, because you're going to get a product that's exactly as I've been discussing. Small capsule, easy to swallow capsule that delivers the proper levels of the key nutrients that you desire. B12 in a form that you can't find in a typical multivitamin. The typical multivitamins sadly deliver B12 in the form of cyanocobalamin, which is a synthetic form, and it's a form that in most cases is not going to deliver much, if anything at all, in terms of benefits because of the nature of B12, because it's such a large molecule, complex molecule, that's sort of a fragile, delicate molecule that gets damaged by the pH in our stomach and is difficult to absorb even under best circumstances. The typical multivitamins are not best circumstances. They're pretty bad circumstances in terms of B12. So it's not protected. It doesn't deliver its benefits. Also, that cyanocobalamin form delivers trace amounts of cyanide. That's not something we want and should be expecting to get in a multivitamin. I would hopefully one day see the day when cyanocobalamin disappears from all multivitamins and is replaced by methylcobalamin. Hopefully, as we do it, where we protect it so you actually get the benefits.
Well, and remember, one thing is clear. I mean, I think we can all agree. God helps those who take care of themselves. I think we all try to do our utmost best. This is something you do every day. It's a no regrets purchase here at HSN. Every day that you take this, not only does it remind you and motivate to do better for yourselves, it does it in a way that no other multivitamin in the world does. And for a price that we are honoring for today and today only, remember, whatever your budget will allow, you're welcome to choose any of the sizes. most of us, when you see that counter well over 10, 11,000 now, most of us are doing that 400 count size. And remember, like Andrew said, you could try the 400 count, and if you decide that you're not feeling a difference, you can send it back within that 30-day window. By the way, they're not stunt doubles. They are real. We'll do a little private tour a little bit later. But remember, any single one of these, and not only best savings, not only sizes we only do today, but I have never on the introductory sizes even see really what amounts to a buy one, get one free, even on the introductory sizes. I've never seen you do that.
And hopefully, I mean, by far the most popular size is the 400 capsule supply.
Sure.
It's less than 20 cents a capsule, free shipping and handling. So you're getting literally a separate vitamin B12, a full separate B complex, the separate vitamin D. You're getting the vitamin C, our special vitamin E. You're getting a full carotenoid complex, which isn't available in any of the typical multivitamins, the leading multivitamins at all. You never see zeaxanthin, you rarely see lutein, and you rarely see lycopene. So there's, as I've often said, I try to compare it to our competition. But there's really no competition. No one's really even trying to be our competition in terms of making a quality multivitamin. And that doesn't even contemplate your experience in using it, that the nutrients are actually going to deliver the benefits to you, that the nutrients are actually going to be available to your body, and that it's going to be easy to swallow and it won't upset your stomach, which so many multivitamins, that's all you can count on, is they're going to be a challenge to swallow, and then they're going to be difficult on you after you've swallowed them. So. And I think
that's how, when I joked, I write them down to remember that I take them. If you take anybody else's multivitamin, you're probably saying, oh, well, that's never happened to me, right? Because you get that upset stomach, you get that stomach ache, you get that kind of repeating. Does not happen. Does not happen. Plus, as an aside, you are getting your vitamin D product basically for free. That's why I say it's like buy one, get another one, because the vitamin D pays for the purchase, and you're also getting Andrew's vitamin B, and you're getting the calcium, the vitamin C, the magnesium. And these are just some of the things that we highlight, let alone the lutein and the lycopene and the zeaxanthin and the biotin at levels that he put in his original Healthy Hair and Skin and Nails product. What a wonderful way to make a decision to empower yourself and do something for your good health. It takes seconds a day. Listen, I know we're well into 2019, but you know, we consider the things that we do to better our lives and better our health. We always say this is like a 10-second resolution, and even, yes, it's helping you. It's helping you to live your best life possible, but it's also a reminder, you know, I do want to eat healthier. I do want to try to get more sleep. I do, you know, want to watch the sugars, whatever it might be, but at least at every single day you are doing this for yourself. Plus, because it's a one pill a day solution, it was great for me because I was taking Andrew's vitamin B product separately. I was taking his vitamin D product separately. And for a lot of you, if this is a way to really kind of test the waters on his Healthy Hair, Skin, and Nails, I mean, if you're not happy with your hair, your nails are breaking, whatever it might be, even the biotin in this is the same level as the introductory or when he introduced the Healthy Hair, Skin, and Nails. So it's a win-win proposition at the best price of the year that we'll only see today.
And usually in one of the typical multivitamins, to get the significant levels of nutrients in their proper forms, you're having to spend a lot of money and get a product that comes, say, in a packet, or you're having to take 4, 5, 6 or more tablets a day. With this, once again, it's one small, soft, easy to swallow capsule, ultra-fine powder, won't upset your stomach. And just to give you a little bit of an idea, and this is looking at a bunch of the leading multivitamins, all of which are in tablets and contain additives, right. But our 2,000 IU of vitamin D, more than the levels. And by the way, when I first introduced Essential1, it had 1,000 IU. I've never made a multivitamin with less than 1,000 IU.
Right.
And all of these were at 200 and 400 IU. They've only gradually, I've been asking when they're going to increase. They obviously eventually did. B12. B12 is very difficult to absorb, the most difficult nutrient vitamin to absorb of all vitamins. Most B12 is destroyed in the stomach before it can be absorbed. That's why we protect ours. Ours is also methylcobalamin. Theirs are all cyanocobalamin, right, which liberates trace amounts of cyanide. But again, you see the difference, 10 times more here, 40 times more there. there, basically 15 times more there. So, and then even, vitamin C. Again, significant higher levels of vitamin C. Ours is non-acidic, so it won't upset your stomach. Here, Nature Made actually has high levels of vitamin C in their product, but I would imagine their vitamin C is ascorbic acid, which is sensitizing to the stomach, unfortunately.
You know what's interesting, because I was looking at that chart, that really only tells part of the story, meaning what else did they put in it? Are there binders? Are there fillers? Are there additives? Are there artificial colors? They're not made with the energy of the sun. Do they repeat? There's a whole sidebar.
They're all tablets.
Right.
Those are all tablets. Most of them contain artificial colors. They all contain binders and fillers and other additives. That's just the nature of the beast, that if you want to make a cheap tableted multivitamin in the stores, you got it. Well, the cheap vitamin in the stores, you got to put it in a tablet. The minute you put it in a capsule, the product becomes more difficult to make and it becomes much more expensive.
Right.
But not as you'd see with our product here today. The levels of nutrient you're getting with the lutein, lycopene, zeaxanthin, the three most expensive ingredients in that formula, sort of per kilogram when you're ordering them, when you're buying lutein or lycopene or zeaxanthin, by far the most expensive ingredients, thousands of dollars per kilo, thousands and thousands of dollars per kilogram, per 2 pounds, 2.2 pounds. And biotin also about $1,000 per kilogram. So all of those ingredients, they're shortchanged in the leading multivitamins only because they cost so much. That's the only reason I can see they don't put them in there. They have, a couple of them have a little bit of lutein and a little bit of lycopene. They don't, unfortunately, put any zeaxanthin in. They put 30 micrograms of biotin. We put in 500. Again, all because those are expensive nutrients that you want to get the appropriate levels of, because you want this one capsule to deliver as much as it possibly can to you. And that's what we succeed in doing.
Can I ask you something? Because I think this is a great education, especially if you've never watched Andrew before. Why are they so slow to react? Because, it's almost like vitamin by committee. It's not...
Well, it's not even vitamin by committee. It's just that they
don't make it?
It's expensive to change.
Okay.
And they're all going to have to make some labeling changes because the new labeling law goes into effect by 2020.
Okay.
So all vitamin companies are going to have to be changing their labeling by 2020. We're starting to change some of our labels right now, but you'd think that would give them an opportunity to significantly change their formulas, and it won't. The only thing it might do is enable them to lower some of the levels of some of the things based upon the changes. But again, it's just that if you look at those formulas, they've changed negligibly in the last 10, 20, 30, 40 years. And the research in the last 10, 20, 30, 40 years has been compelling. The different forms of nutrients that are available, the ability to make a superior product that's available. It's just been neglected and ignored by the leading multivitamin manufacturers, unfortunately.
Can you imagine if your cell phone company did that? It's like the rest of them are razors. They're the flip phone, and you're the X.
I think it's just a question. I think it's just a question of if you don't know what you're getting and you really don't read the fine print.
Right.
It's a really technical examination to understand the difference between my product and their product. On one hand, obviously, it's a pure powder in a capsule versus a rock hard tablet that's hard to swallow. That's pretty easy. But reading the fine print and reading cyanocobalamin versus superior natural methylcobalamin, reading the levels of vitamin D and looking at all those subtle things. I think the inactive ingredients, the additives, sometimes those are only on the box. You throw away the box, you don't see them anymore. So it's not visible to you. So I think it's just kind of the nature of things that unless we have an opportunity to be informed, we continue getting what we've gotten before, and those big companies continue doing what they've gotten away with before.
Right.
So.
Hey, real quickly, because I know you see that clock on your screen, so I know time is of the essence. So real quickly, let me just show you your choices. Remember, this is Andrew Lessman. We do this a couple times a year where we're actually live at his factory. We will do a little behind-the-scenes tour. Essential1, of course, no other one pill a day, no other multivitamin in the world like this. Not only no other multivitamin made like this, small, easy to swallow, made by the energy of the sun, no binders, no additives, no fillers. But not only that, today's savings, and today only, we are doing not only the best savings of the year, we're doing sizes we never see. This 400 count size Andrew did only for the today's special. Yes, you can choose whatever fits your budget, or if you like to travel with the smaller sizes as I do, that's also an option. But 50, 100, 204, sorry, I saw Marcel, he's having a little play date there with his dad.
Hey, Marcel.
And Lincoln, of course, can't be left out of the...
Hey, bud.
Oh, look at those two, like peas in a pod.
And Link he's going to be 11, and
Is he really?
he's still Marcel's, he's Marcel's little instigator. And come here, Link. Come here, bud.
So darling.
And on Monday I'll talk about what I give them in terms of supplements.
Nice.
And because I think it's important. You got a little itch.
Oh.
But because again, in terms of their joints, in terms of their eyes, I think there's certain supplements that are very important for us to focus on focus with our dogs, because our dogs they have an accelerated lifespan.
They do.
And certain tissues in their body are, just as they are in our body, are subject to more rapid degeneration than others. So we want to pay careful attention to their eyes, more careful attention to the joints and things like that.
For sure.
So I'll talk about that during Monday's shows.
Absolutely. So remember, again, you just choose your size of choice. Most of us, I know you see that little counter, are choosing the 400 count size, which is really no surprise, because obviously those are the biggest savings. You're going to take it every day. Chances are more than one person in the family is going to take it as well. And in any one of these sizes, it's like a buy one, get one free in terms of the savings. And then once more, the addition of the vitamin D, B12, calcium.
Not even the addition, just the presence of the vitamin D. If you were buying vitamin D separately, that number there is $72.11 to get 400 capsules of 2,000 IU vitamin D.
Yeah.
To get 400 capsules of 250 microgram of B12, those are sufficient. We don't even have to go any further.
Right.
It would be $150 for those two ingredients. And today, you're getting 25 nutrients. You're getting the lutein, lycopene, and zeaxanthin, and biotin, which are extremely expensive, not present in the leading multivitamins, but absolutely essential. So again, it's a multivitamin unlike any other, because as high potency as it is, it's even more gentle. So it's the most gentle product, the most easy to swallow product that's delivering more of what you want, more of what you need in the form that you want it than any other multivitamin that's on the market. I don't know if I have time. I'll just read a couple of more reviews here quickly, because the reviews, they speak volumes. And again, over 97% of the reviews are positive reviews. I think it was over 93% are 4 and 5 star, over 85% are 5 star.
4.7 star too.
It's a 4.7 star product.
Nice.
So, what a mistake. Well, I'm not sure what that's going to be. When I ran out of my last bottle of these vitamins, I purchased some at the drugstore until Andrew was on again. When Andrew is on air, the pricing is great. This is the best pricing of the year right now, by far, and shipping is free. The drugstore vitamins were so hard to swallow, I didn't even feel normal on them. Wow. I will never, ever do that again, regardless of pricing. No stomach upset. I've tried many multivitamins through the years and always ended up throwing them out. I experienced nausea and stomach discomfort even when taking them with a full meal. I'm so pleased with Essential1. No stomach upset. I will be using this product from now on, from Gracie in Kansas. Essential1, best overall capsule to take. I take this product every day. It is so great in comparison to all the other vitamins on the market. Easy to swallow and no aftertaste. I feel that the capsule dissolves faster into my system and doesn't have to go through the digestion of a hard-coated pill. If I could take only one product, this would be the one. Best vitamin. It has been 2.5 years since I had gastric bypass surgery. And since I needed a vitamin to provide the daily nutrients, I did a lot of research. Essential1 is not only easy on the stomach, but provides exceptional good nutrition. I highly recommend Andrew's vitamins. They are very easy on the stomach, from Clara Jane in New Jersey. We'll do one more.
Nice.
Excellent product. My husband and I have been taking these vitamins for years. I love that you only have to take one a day. There is no stomach upset. They are worth the price, as I only have to purchase them twice a year. It's wonderful that they now have D32000. I tried to purchase them when the price is discounted, and today's our biggest discount.
I know, and time is always so short. One of the things we didn't get to that I personally love is gone are the days where it's like, oh, if I eat a healthy diet, I can do what this does. That's really not the case. I know as Andrew continues throughout the day, you'll also see how not only science supports, not only do we need these, we're not getting these in our diet. Even if you eat the healthiest of diets, I mean, all good intentions aside, this is a way to not only live your better life, but get it for the best price that we will do this year.
Clearly,
yes.
When it comes to vitamin B12 and vitamin D, we know that most of us are experiencing insufficiency or even deficiency. You could read reviews that, because I always say that we should get those tested at our doctor's office. We need to know what our level of vitamin D is. We should know what our level of vitamin B12 is. And in so doing, we're we're going to probably find out what most of us should know but don't want to know, that if we're not supplementing, vitamin D and vitamin B12 are problematic. You get separate levels in their best form as part of a multivitamin. Typically with a multivitamin, you'd have to then get separate vitamin D and then get separate B12, and they wouldn't be as good as the vitamin D and B12 in our multivitamin. And the other multivitamin wouldn't be as comprehensive as this in terms of the levels of biotin, lutein, lycopene, zeaxanthin.
Okay, just like a Broadway show.
Oh, wow.
I've had a wardrobe change.
I'm just going to wear my little thing.
You make the hat look good.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I know.
So, all right.
Okay.
We'll be back, Link. Bye, Marcel.
I know.
He'll be waiting at the other door.
Can I be Ethel to your Lucy?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Or you're Shirley to your Laverne?
Oh.
Okay. I know.
Yes.
But Andrew, this is really where all the magic happens.
Yes, this is right now. Actually, we're making Vitamin Angels. These are the prenatal vitamins.